Welcome to the Federal Aviation Administration's Office of Airports Safety Information Video Series for airport operators and employees. Airports are vital to our national air transportation system. We want you to know that we're committed to working with the airport community so your airport continues to operate safely and efficiently. Through this video series, the FAA's dedicated and knowledgeable airport staff will share new information, safety reminders, best practices, and lessons learned that can benefit you as the stewards of the nation's airports. Please go to faa.gov/airports and sign up to receive email alerts when we release new safety video and the topic. Thank you for doing your part to ensure your airport complies with all safety requirements. Enjoy the video.
Welcome to the 2014 Winter Operations Update, part of the FAA Airports Video Series. Over the next few minutes, this video will review pre-season planning and best practices for winter operations, and we'll take a quick look at some new approaches. As the summer winds down and the cooler weather of the fall moves in, it's time to dust off your airport's snow and ice control plan. It's a good idea to verify and update the plan if needed to ensure it's current, complete, and customized to your local conditions. You want to make sure it takes into account new staff, equipment, tenants, and physical changes to your airport's infrastructure. Make sure your staffing levels match your fleet size and planned clearance times, especially if you got new equipment since the last winter season. Your plan should focus on keeping all your primary runways bare from snow accumulations or ice buildup as much as possible. It's most effective to use your high-speed runway sweepers initially to keep the primary runway and its center portion free of accumulations. When snow is melted or ice begins to separate from the pavement, use sweepers to remove the residue. Use displacement plows or snow blowers once snow accumulates or turns to slushy, heavy snow that can't be efficiently handled by sweepers. Let's not forget, timely reporting of pavement conditions is key to a safe operation, but ultimately, it's the airport operator's responsibility to maintain a safe operating environment. The FAA considers NIL, or no effective braking, as an unsafe condition that requires a runway be closed before the next flight operation. The runway must remain closed until the airport operator is satisfied that the NIL condition no longer exists. It's also time to schedule those pre-season meetings with the Snow and Ice Control Committee, Airport Operations and Maintenance, Air Traffic Control, Technical Operations, tenants, and other concerned parties like military units, airlines, and fixed-base operators. During these meetings, review airfield clearing priorities and go over response times, communication procedures, terminology, issuance of NOTAMs, and command structure. Review best practices for avoiding runway incursions during winter operations. And remember that the airport's snow and ice control plan may include seasonal or contract drivers who are not as familiar with the airfield environment. Consider using tabletop exercises to simulate communications, procedures, and snow removal practices. This also may be a good opportunity to review any letters of agreement you have with your local air traffic control facility to ensure procedures are in place to receive pilot reports. During winter operations, monitor windshield time of drivers operating snow removal equipment, as driver fatigue could become a contributing factor for runway incursions and other safety incidents and accidents. Closing a runway via a NOTAM for snow clearing operations is the most effective method for communicating your facility's status. But you should also remind vehicle operators and supervisors to monitor air traffic control frequencies, especially when runways are open during snow clearing operations, to prevent runway incursions. Be sure that post-clearing operations are carried out and that airfield signage and markings between the runways and aprons are visible to pilots. The snow and ice control plan should include procedures to inspect signs and markings for visibility before runways are reopened. Snow and ice or drifts may affect visual and electronic nav aids, so be sure to clear those items too. Inspection should also verify that windrows are properly scattered using snow blowers or other equipment and that they don't impact visibility of lighting or signage or cause hazards to aircraft wings or engines. And remember, the Airport Winter Safety and Operations Advisory Circular 150-5200-30 contains guidance on developing plans and procedures for snow and ice control equipment, materials, and removal. You can find that advisory circular at the following link. We also want to take a moment to update you on some important changes coming to the industry over the next few years. The FAA is developing new ways of assessing and reporting runway conditions and standardizing terminology to provide pilots with better information to determine landing distances. The effort can be broken down into three parts. First, updates and standardization to the list of contaminants. Second, a new assessment matrix. And third, updated reporting terminology and technology. The FAA recently updated Joint Order 7930.2 Notices to Airmen. It now includes an exclusive list of contaminants for runway condition assessment. Pilots will compare the reported runway conditions with aircraft manufacturer performance data to help them make better landing decisions. The memorandum dated May 6, 2014, from the Director of FAA's Office of Airport Safety and Standards notes this change. It is critical for airports to use the list of contaminants when reporting field conditions in the NOTAM system to support standardization throughout the aviation industry. Before the 2015 snow season, we anticipate deploying a draft version of the new Runway Condition Assessment Matrix, or RCAM. The matrix ties together runway contaminant descriptions, braking action, and airplane performance data, all validated by FAA's Technical Center and members of the industry. Airports will have an opportunity to test drive the matrix during the 2015 snow season. We expect to issue final revisions to the Airport Winter Safety and Operations Advisory Circular in 2016. Also in 2016, we plan to update the digital NOTAM system and AC 150-5200-28 Notices to Airmen for airport operators. The update will incorporate changes in reporting terminology. Airports will report RCAM values instead of friction numbers when reporting field conditions in the NOTAM system. The RCAM value is intended to provide more information, essentially a shorthand version for several components of runway conditions, which would be used for aircraft performance calculations. So how can your airport get ready for these changes? Incorporate the new contaminant list into your reporting now. Keep a lookout for advisory circular updates by subscribing to our Draft Airport Series 150 AC webpage and provide feedback during the AC comment periods. Test the RCAM during the 2015 snow season, and if you haven't done so already, get connected to NOTAM Manager. NOTAM Manager is the most effective method for entering NOTAMs. The system uses drop-down menus that help standardize entries and eliminates human intervention and interpretation, including filling out time-consuming, free-form NOTAMs before issuing. For more information on NOTAM Manager, go to this link. If you have any questions regarding anything discussed in this video, please contact your Regional Airports Division office to speak to an airport certification inspector. Thank you for taking the time to view this important video regarding winter operations and safety.